Okay, everybody, are you ready for this? Do you like it? Do you like it like this? Hey, what song is that? Anyway, all right, look, so post market wrap up Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Before we even talk about the market, I want to, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Just have a look at this. There's a headline right off of Market Watch. Couple things I want to talk about here. This is no surprise to anyone. So let's see. Jobs report exaggerated the increase of U.S. hiring in 2023. Really? Well, in all fairness, we have to give some credit to the Bureau of Labor Statistics because they admitted that the data was all fake. If we can't trust even such a simple thing as a jobs report, how could anything be real? It's not. None of it. It's all propaganda. It's all distractions, deceptions, and everything else. Now, how about this? Right at the top, bulletin. Boeing vows to own up to 737 MAX mistakes with complete transparency. What they're trying to tell you is there's no way on this earth or off this earth, in hell, off hell, or heaven, any place else, that they're going to tell you there's a shred of truth. It's all going to be covered up and propagandized as always. Again, in this second bulletin here, how an investor lays out the case for Dow 100,000 within a decade. I don't doubt that. Nothing is real in this environment. Now, beyond this headline here, I mean, this is an incredible thing. The market report, front page economic report, jobs report exaggerated the increase of U.S. hiring in 23. I'm so surprised, and I'm sure you are too. It gets better than that. So we heard from the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve today. So let's talk about the European Central Bank for my European friends out here. So the ECB wants you to know something. Are you ready for what they want you to know? And I want to hear, of course, from my European friends. So the European Central Bank, are you ready for this? The Eurozone economy is bottoming out. What do you take away from that before I read the second part? If the European Central Bank is telling you or want you to believe that the economy is bottoming out right now, we are nowhere near a bottom. And I think we're pretty clear on that. I'm sorry. And the same thing here in the United States. But anyway, to finish this, so the European Central Bank, the Eurozone is bottoming out. Yay. However, this is their little caveat. The economic outlook moving forward is weak. Oh, okay. I don't know how that works. Now, Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is downplaying, as we already know, any concern about economic weakness or recession concerns. We did hear from Janet Yellen and Goldstein. Thank you for reminding me. I was looking at these comments that Janet Yellen did say her system is very liquid. You know what we're talking about here? Yeah, and that obviously, that's not true either. But the Fed downplaying recession concerns. Let's see. Let's just pick out a few little things here so we can have some fun. We have an inverted yield curve. It still remains inverted. This has preceded every single recession. Go back as far as you want to go. We have a population which has burned through its savings. And what are people doing right now? They're swiping those credit cards. Credit card debt has surged 40% in the last 2 years. Okay. These are clear signs that the consumer is in trouble, but it gets better than that. Not only have consumers, they're maxing out, not just credit card debt, personal debt, household debt, across the board. Defaults on these debts are skyrocketing, no end in sight here, burning through their savings here. But we have multiple warnings, warning after warning from the major corporations. How about the consumer is weak, consumer is weak, duh. And what else do we have? These same corporations talking about layoffs, so they can boost their bottom line here. So you can't make any of this stuff up. It's impossible. Let me say this too. A lot of people believe, as I do, okay, that we're in a full-blown recession here right now, but we don't see it. It's kind of invisible because people, again, they're swiping. This is going to catch up. People can't make ends meet. They're borrowing from their credit cards. I would call that a recession in a lot of ways here. It's going to play out to be true. A depression will evolve when the stock market comes down. When is that going to happen? Not anytime soon in this guy's view. And I am not a permeable. I'm just telling you, looking at the debt market action here, the European Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, these are going to work in tandem, as you well know, okay, to start cutting rates moving forward. And then we heard from a couple of Federal Reserve freaks today. Oh, yes, rates will remain high because we got to control inflation. What they read between the lines. They're telling you no way is this happening here because the Fed wants to fulfill its end game, and they can do this by continuing to inflate, creating reasons to pull cash into the now. So, tomorrow we're going to get this inflation report, and on the back of this fake data, and they're admitting it here, that's going to be fake too. All right, everyone's waiting. They're waiting. Really? What's it going to be? It's incredible. You can't make this stuff up. But that's, so everyone's waiting for this inflation report tomorrow. I don't give a damn what it says. I would believe that you and I are on the same page. Now, here's something else that's starting to build up, and they're leaking it out a little bit at a time, because they're preparing you. You see, they can't throw this stuff at you, what I'm about to tell you. They have to leak it out little by little so people can prepare themselves for what is coming. This is what we have spoken about already multiple times. So this is a headline off one of these freaking propaganda ministries. Global shipping rates are going to jump as the major carriers are going to need to avoid the Red Sea, because of the Houthis over there. It's the Houthis, it is, or it's Iran, or it's Yemen, or whoever it might be. And those costs are going to be passed right on to you. Oh, yeah, they are. You think that the corporate bigwigs are going to eat this at all? No, you're going to eat it. You're going to be forced to eat it, swallow it, and have all kinds of fun with it. Rub it all over your body, everywhere you want to go. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So anyway, you can't make this stuff up. It's impossible to do. And I want to hear from you, not so much about the fake, jobs numbers, because we know that's been fake. But what do you think about the European Central Bank? I want to hear specifically my Eurozone friends. Do you trust the European Central Bank? Do you believe that the European economy is bottoming out right now? Meanwhile, weakness moving forward, not looking too good. Do you believe when the Federal Reserve or liquid Yellen, whatever it is telling you, ignore recession. Oh, no, those of you that our economy, we're booming. We are so freaking strong. We are, because we're telling you. So that it must be completely true. Anyway, looking back on this market today, the major indices, averages, they put on some gains today. Nothing major, higher nonetheless. You got gold, silver, and crude oil under pressure today. Cryptos did well earlier. I don't know what they're going to do. Apparently, this thing is about to be approved, or is approved, the ETF. We'll see how that plays out. It's going to be interesting, I must say. I just hate it. I wish that Wall Street would keep their hands off of this stuff. That was the whole point of it, right? Of this, alternative mode of transaction, outside the system. It's amazing to me how many people want it in the system. And there's no way to avoid that, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is here. 10-year yield, 4.04, going lower. No doubt about it. It's going to wave around, but it's going lower. Count on it. Dollar today, I would say slightly lower. Nothing going on over there either. So that's the story here with the market. So, and everything else here. But as we have spoken about, which was the theme for last year and is going to be the theme for this year, be ready, or get ready to be propagandized to the highest order and then some. It's just not going to stop here, unfortunately. So with that said, people that I Lord Humongous, you're here. Thank you. Lava's here. Scott's here. The accountant is here. Goldstein's here. I think Scott's here. A lot of my good friends here. Joey Sox is here. Magic Mika's here. Anyway, what do you guys and girls want to cover before we end this video? Anything in particular, specifically, that you want to talk about? Play Racer X. Well, I'm gonna race tomorrow. That's a fact. I got my car on the trailer, ready to go. I was making my way down to Showtime, about an hour ride from here, but apparently it got the track's flooded, so there's no race, and I'm hopefully going to make it to Bradenton tomorrow. I had to get a Hans device. You know what that is? It's cars that go over 150 miles an hour in the quarter mile now are required to get a Hans device. It's not very comfortable. I can understand, the whole principle behind it to protect your neck. But I don't know, whatever, man. You're never going to take the risk out of the sport, especially if you're moving that fast. You got to just deal with it. Yes, J Payne, rate cuts are still coming. Again, it helps central banks fulfill what they had to do. A few things. The central bank had to make sure the consumer was strapped to death, and that's exactly what they've done. Again, people have burned through their savings. They're borrowing beyond their eyeballs, and then some defaults across the board with regard to their loans, and that they got the consumer. They're done. The economy is done as well, and they're going to try it again, like the Fed here. Propaganda. The economy is strong. No recession in sight. We're doing fantastic, and it's beautiful. And the thing behind the resolute desk, because it's his economy, which it is not. Again, who runs the economy? Central banks. Who runs the financial markets? Central banks. Who runs the financial system as a whole? Central banks. It's no one leader's economy. All right, that's just what it is. And there's going to be more easy money. Rate cut. Look, the faster the economy goes down, the higher this market's going to go. That's just the dynamics behind it right now until it doesn't. And it's going to reverse at one point, but we're ready for that. Again, me, how I'm playing this. I am long this market. I intend to stay long this market. In fact, I am getting longer this market moving forward. I'm looking for every opportunity to buy more of the market. Okay. I sincerely look, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or should I say my currency where my mouth is. I believe the market's going higher because I know they're going to cut rates moving forward. You're going to see the 10-year yield drop. You're going to see the economy continue to free fall, and that's going to drive the market higher. At the same time, betting against the debt, becoming our own central bank, holding hard assets, gaining exposure to commodities. We got every angle. Every angle covered. That's what I've been telling you. No matter what they do, we can't be beaten. Right, Lord Humongous, he'll tell you. Look, this guy's been with me for a really long time, and he will tell you the truth. Anyway, I'm not licking the silver bull, Alan. No, it's made of nickel anyway, but it looks like it's pretty, ain't it? It's a nice piece. Yes, Lava, much more corporate layoffs coming, waves and waves and waves. But our economy is really strong. It is, and it's so strong because it is. Uranium, John. I don't know if you're new here. I love. I'm a big major commodity bull moving forward. Apparently, I was told today by someone that Harry Dent is saying that commodities are not good moving forward. I don't know what Harry is trying to tell you. I mean, the guy is. Look, I want to put the guy down at all, but he must grasp where or how cash moves through the markets. Risk on, cash moves into the stock market as it's doing, creating unbelievably inflated prices across the board here. It also inflates real estate. When risk on becomes risk off, cash simply moves into other assets. I can't imagine where he thinks it's going to go. It doesn't go to money heaven. And I don't know if this is even true. Okay, someone said this to me earlier. One of the messages I got here, and everyone has their own perspective. Harry over there is he's allowed to have his own as well. Anyway, that's that situation. Deflation is what he's saying. I can't imagine why? Because supply and demand. The supply and demand factors matter anymore? No. Dynamics, which should matter, don't matter anymore. They don't matter at all. And you have to understand the epic. I don't even know a word for this here. It's beyond belief, beyond comprehension, beyond anything that anyone could possibly have imagined here. What central banks have done to reinflate the housing bubble, to reinflate the stock market. All this cash here, it's just starting to chase, in this case, the lesser amount of goods here. This is economics 101. Okay, this can't be stopped. No amount of raising rates is going to stop all these extra bills in whatever form they exist and chasing, in this case, the lesser. It can't be stopped. And they knew this from a very, very long time ago, central banks. This is by design what they are doing. There's no way we're going to see anything deflate anytime soon. Because, again, Let me explain this to you, maybe in another way here. The one thing, one and only one, that central banks fear above anything else is deflation. They will not allow it to happen. A central bank's power resides in one thing: inflation. That's it. And their ability to inflate, right, Carlos? Thank you. You understand, people? I don't know. Look, I've done I the amount of research I have done. I have read everything I can find and then some with regard to central banks, how they work, why were they established, and what their end game is here. I don't know if there's a person on this earth who has immersed himself more in central banking. And what I've come away with is, well, the same thing that the Great Awakening guy came up with. I mean, they're destroying us by design, and that's what they're doing, right? Clever custom performance, exactly. It's they're not they this look, while they're keeping us distracted with nonsensical things, these institutions can do whatever they want. No oversight at all. You understand that, right? They are sovereign entities that cannot be interfered with in any way, shape, or form. That's it. And you know what happens when they show up before a congressional committee. Sir, thank you. Thank you, sir. Your service. It's insane. It's insane. No one calls them out. No one running for president is calling them out. Have you heard a word, a peep from anyone running for president right now? No, you don't hear about this. It's all about, oh, it's Biden's fault. Oh, it's this one's fault. Or it's that. No. You don't hear it. They can't allow you to know the truth. Again, you must be deceived, and they're all deceiving you. Ken, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Anyway, anything else you guys and girls? First of all, people, tell me we can't improve on this. Lava, we got to fix this, right? We got 1,185 people here, 396 thumbs up. Come on, people, help me out. Help everybody out. This information gets out there only if you give it a thumbs up. That's a fact. The algorithms pick it up. The more thumbs up there are, the more the algorithms will pick it up. It's the truth here. Mango wango. Yes, exactly. Contango. All right, people, look, Roberto, thank you. I think we pretty much are there. We covered a lot here. And again, this is a long video, and people seem to not like them when they get too long here. But anyway, love all of you from the heart. We got each other's backs. We can't lose, period. We can't lose. You know that. I will see you in the morning, okay? And, well, that's all right. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. And that's it.